Hello everyone, continue learning plasticity, and today I'm going to start building a small model of the Numpad. We'll start by simply creating all the buttons we need, and in the second part of this video we'll start to build the main body. I'm sure there are many different shapes and forms. For me, I'll be using 15mm by 15mm button and 3mm width. Adding here fillet right away. It will be easier to work with extruded parts after. 3mm is perfect in my case. It's pretty much exactly what I have on my keyboard. I want my button to have some ergonomic surface, so we'll cut out the spherical face. It will be approximately 13mm diameter and about 1mm depth. So I'm just constructing the curve that I will use to build the surface to cut. Using this spline here. Just need to make sure that this line doesn't really go below the starting point. Looks good. I'll just delete curves I don't need anymore. I'm going to create a group to keep all construction curves. It just allows easy hide and show them where I need. And with the new construction curve, I will use revolve tool to build the surface I need. Revolving the surface around z-axis, and we'll use this sheet to cut out this shape from the button. Selecting the button body using Boolean tool and using the sheet I just created to cut out the shape I need. Deleting the part I no longer need. So this new surface looks pretty ergonomic. We'll add a small bevel. Yeah, this fillet looks good. Now the fun start begins. Using the rectangle array, I'm going to use the spacing option instead of the extent. So I will have 5 buttons and 4 rows with the distance of 3mm between each button. My button is 15mm plus 3 distance, 18mm, both horizontal and vertical. And we have a very nice array. Okay, one another housekeeping. We'll just put all these buttons into a group. So now I'm going to delete buttons I don't need. So on the right bottom side and left bottom side, place for enter button and 0 button. Selecting the bottom I want to work with, hit dot. This allows to isolate it from all other objects. Now I'm going to split it in half and extend, creating a cutting line. C to activate cut tool, select body. Okay, here are 2 new bodies we just created. Now I'm going to move them a little bit and fill the gap between them. I'm going to bring back all the buttons so I can visualize the exact distance where I want be the button. G to move and F to freestyle. Shift to show the temporary construction lines and place the second part of the button where exactly needed. So this gives me exact size of the button I need. Creating a group for all the cutting curves that I will be using. Again, just help to quickly hide them and show. Now selecting bodies I want to work with and isolating them by hitting dot button. It would be nice to be able just to select the face of one of the sides and just move it, kind of automatically connect with another side, but I haven't found the easy way to do it so far. So here's what happens when I'm trying to move. Yeah, what created, I don't really need what it creates. So I'm going to do it a little bit manually. I'm going to bridge edges, selecting one bridge, another bridge, and Shift B to create a bridge with G0 continuity because I don't need any curves. So I will do it for all the edges I need to connect. We'll time-lapse it probably to make it a little bit faster, but you can always slow it down. Now as I have all the bridges, I will start connecting surfaces. We'll be using loft command, connecting opposing edges, selecting them, L to loft, and selecting the guidelines. Continuity is G0 everywhere. This is direct connection, no curves. Doing the same once again. It is important to say that I am hiding construction curves after surface is created. So I'm basically creating new faces out of edges of real surfaces, not from the construction curves. This allows better transitions from one surface to another. We'll use loft command here once again, selecting edges, loft, select guides, G0 continuity once again. Now I have all faces reconstructed. Time to join all new sheets and union them with the body of the button I cut. So first joining all new sheets, and I will not be able to union them right away because they are not solids. So first need to patch holes. Shift Alt to select all connected edges. Shift J to patch. G0 continuity, the same on the other side. Okay, now we have new solid and it is ready to be unioned with other parts of the button. Now I'm going to reuse this button to create the second large button for 0. Shift D to duplicate, rotate, R to rotate 90 degrees by X-axis, G to move, freestyle, Shift to show temporary construction lines to align this new button with the left and bottom sides. Okay, so the next fun part is to start adding on these buttons. So we'll be using text tool, F to search, find text. I'm going to use this space font. It provides nice numbers without overlapping curves. Okay, all numbers, some symbols, what else I need? Should be good for now. A bit more housekeeping, just put all these new curves into a dedicated group. Okay, I need to bring this new numbers a little bit higher and on top of the buttons, but before we'll try to scale them a little bit, I think. As to scale, Shift Z to exclude Z axis. Okay, we'll make them a little bit smaller. It looks good, I think. Yeah, we'll keep like that for now. Okay, now moving them above buttons so we can better see. So now I'm going to start positioning these numbers above buttons. Time-lapse this process probably as well. So I'm just using move command with freestyle by finding center of the number and the center of the destination. Okay, all good. Let's bring some missing symbols. Now as I have all these numbers, I want to imprint them on the bodies. But the problem is that because all these buttons are different bodies, I can select all the curves and imprint them to dedicated button. So you can see it imprints only on one body. I'm going to try to temporarily merge all these buttons in a single body, and we'll just split them back after. So selecting all the faces to expand them a little bit down so they all can be joined together. Using move command to expand them a little bit. So now I'm just going to use rectangle to draw new body that will union all these buttons. G to move, E to extrude. Okay, now I can union this new base with all the buttons. This is going to allow me to have a single body. Union, of course. Now, as I have a single body, I can select all the numbers, all the curves that represent numbers, and imprint them on the body. Yeah, I'll start by selecting one by one, and after that I will time-lapse it and select just all of them. It is just the same process. It is important to mention that the X-ray needs to be disabled for my case because I want to imprint it only on the top. So I click Hide Occlusion button to disable X-ray. So selecting all the curves that represent numbers. And now they're all imprinted on the body in the right locations. I can hide all of them right now. Now let's select all faces we created with the imprint, and we will use these new faces to extrude. And this extrusion will be used to cut a little bit from the body. Okay, now it is done. We have numbers. It is time to remove this temporary construction body and have separate buttons as it was before. because my buttons, they were constructed on the X axis, I just create the cut line and cut this new body. I'm going to remove the construction bodies. Select them all, delete. Okay, now we have again all the buttons and they were before, and put them back into the buttons group. And here is the result. It should be good for this part. We'll construct the body of the Numpad in the next video. So thank you and have fun.